All-Ireland football final day, the big day in Irish sport, with the footballers from Kerry and Offaly preparing to march around Croke Park behind the Artane band. President de Valera amongst the huge crowd, and what a huge crowd it is, gathered from north, south, east and west to see what surely should be a great game. And the first to break away, Willie Bryan for Offaly. Willie Bryan, Offaly playing from right to left up to Pat Fenning. Paddy Fenning with it now just outside the 50. Through in the centre. Seamus Darby trying to get to it, can't quite hold on. This is Tom Prendergast for the Kerry men. Into the centre where Willie Bryan for Offaly has it. Offaly trying to play low ground football. Kevin Kilmurray getting the ball up, getting it across now to Paddy Fenning. Fenning is shot on the point. Offaly 1 point, Kerry no score. This is the first ever 80 minutes All-Ireland football final replay. Never before has there been an 80-minute replay. Sean Evans up along the centre to Kevin Kilmurray for Offaly. The Offaly man right through now. Out comes Paul O'Donoghue, but the referee has blown his whistle and penalised the back for a very judiciously timed push in the back, but nevertheless one that could be very clearly seen. Seamus Fitzgerald, with a cap that his uncle in America must have sent him to keep the sun out of his eyes, places the ball for the kick out by Tony Sullivan. This is Sean Evans. Sean Evans out to the wing now to Eugene Mulligan. Eugene Mulligan to Sean Cooney. Kerry men standing back at this stage. Sean Cooney working his way through now to Kevin Kilmurray. Kevin Kilmurray out to the far side, a high ball across the goal mouth. Early across the goal mouth, but across the bar. Seamus Fitzgerald through the centre, but it goes to Mick O'Connell. Mick O'Connell out to Dan Kavanagh. Dan Kavanagh going up this side of the field. He's got Mick O'Connell inside him. He's still going on. He's on the 21. He tries to do it alone. And he gets the ball in a little bit towards the goal. It's belted out by Mick Ryan. Mick Ryan to Tony McTague. Tony McTague outside his own 50. Now out 70. He's now on the Kerry 70. He's heading for the 50. Tom Prendergast is after him. He's 35 yards out from the Kerry goal. Mick O'Shea is after him too. He takes his shot. And it's gone wide. Oh, a lovely bit of feeling in the centre by Willie Bryan. Willie going up along the wing, and inside now he's going to take a shot himself. It's a lobbing one. It's not a shot, it's a pass. It's a lobbing one, picked out by Seamus Fitzgerald. Eugene Mulligan coming down to be an attacking defender to Kevin Kilmurray. Kevin Kilmurray with it now. Trying to get inside, Mick O'Shea does, takes his shot, and it's blocked down by Eamon Fitzgerald in the goal. Eamon Fitz with that sun in his eyes, it must be awkward. A lovely bit of feeding by Mick O'Connell. Mick O'Connell right up the far side of the field, but out comes Mick Ryan, and the referee blows his whistle and penalises Dan Kavanagh for a very, very obvious foul there. McTague takes his shot, and McTague sends it over the bar. Another point for Offaly. Intercepted by Tony Sullivan. Tony Sullivan's pass blocked down there by Paddy Fenning. Now it's Willie Bryan for Offaly. Kerry are in a dither at the moment as Willie Bryan sends this ball down. John Smith grabs it. And the referee deems that John Smith was held by Paul O'Donoghue, and no matter how Paul appeals that he didn't do it, I think he did. Here comes Tony. Hurls in and it's over the bar. Another point. That's 5 points for Offaly. 3 of them scored by Tony McTague. Offaly 5, Kerry no score. And the time almost 11 minutes gone in the first half. The sun not as bright as it was, but shining in the eyes of the Kerry defence. This is Dan Kavanagh now. Dan Kavanagh. Dan Kavanagh again. Muscled up a bit and fouled, and there is a free for Kerry just inside the 50-yard line, and Mick O'Connell is going to take it. Can Mick make this Kerry's number 1? It's high, and it's over the bar! Trying to get to the ball. Tom Prendergast bustling into it now, being chased by Tony McTague. Brendan Lynch with the ball now. Brendan Lynch, a high shot and a good shot. Oh, a fine shot there on the run by Brendan Lynch. Dan Kavanagh setting the attack in motion now as he gets it to Liam Higgins. Liam's kick blocked down by Paddy McCormack and cleared out eventually to the far side by Mick Ryan. Very near the sideline. Dan Kavanagh. Eugene Mulligan with it now. Eugene Mulligan into Sean Evans. Sean Evans getting there just ahead of John O'Keefe. Still Sean Evans. Tony McTague racing over to the far side, doesn't get it. Seamus Fitzgerald does for Kerry. And it's amazing how well Kerry have settled down in the last 5 minutes or so. So the referee has blown his whistle and has awarded a free against Paddy McCormack for a push in the back. And there's a free 21-yard line, dead straight in front of the goal. There's the kick, and there's the point, and the score is now Offaly leading by 5 points to 3, with Mick O'Dwyer scoring his first point there, and the time 18 minutes of the first half. 5 points to 3, only 2 points between them. The last 3 scores of the game were those Kerry points, and the first 5 were the Offaly 5. Paddy McCormack now to take the kick out once again. Mick O'Connell going up for it, doesn't get it. Willie Bryan does. Willie Bryan taps it across, but it's Dan Kavanagh for Kerry. To Mick O'Connell. Mick, a left-footed lobbing one out towards the far side, towards Mick O'Dwyer. But then Eugene Mulligan is there, and Eugene... And then he decides he'll get rid of it. And Tom Prendergast having the best game he's had for quite a while, getting that one. And Sean Lowry catching it now 50 yards from his goal. And away goes the Offaly attack now as Willie Bryan gets the ball up now to Mert Connor. Mert Connor soloing upfield. Inside him is Paddy Fenning. Paddy Fenning with it now. Chasing him, Mick O'Shea. Paddy Fenning shot across the goal mouth, comes towards Seamus Darby. Seamus Darby takes a shot and it's a point for Offaly. And we make it 21 minutes gone in the first half. Brendan Lynch for Kerry. Brendan right up now, intended to Mick O'Connell and passing right up to Mick. Mick is brought down and by Larry Coughlin, and the referee has gone right up to have a word with him, writing his name in the book, telling all the other would-be referees around him to leave it to him. You can see there the red mark on Mick O'Connell's cheekbone as he takes this one and sends it over the bar. Paddy McCormack. Downfield, and it's Brendan Lynch with the ball now. Brendan Lynch being harried by Kevin Kilmurray. Out to Eamon O'Donoghue. Eamon, high, lobbing, dangerous ball into the goal mouth, and Martin Furlong is there. Mick Gleeson appealing that he was held. Ball comes down to Eugene Mulligan, and Eugene's injured his shoulder there in a collision with John O'Keefe. And this is Sean Evans going upfield to John Smith. John Smith doesn't quite hold on the first time. Paul O'Donoghue gone back to get it. It won't come up for him. And Seamus Fitzgerald is there, but the referee has blown his whistle and has awarded a free in to Offaly from the 21-yard line. Referee signalling a free in for Offaly, and it will be taken by Tony McTague. Tony McTague taps it over the bar. Another point for Offaly. That's 4 for Tony McTague, and for Offaly it's 7. Offaly leading by 7 points to 5, and old Tony McTague's 4 points scored from frees. And Eugene Mulligan, still feeling that right shoulder, is up and has resumed his position. But it strikes me that it's pretty sore, and it was a good collision with John O'Keefe that he had too. A good resounding one that may well have shaken him more than somewhat. Paddy Fenning now for Offaly. 35 yards out from the Kerry goal towards Mert Connor. And the tall Mert and the not so tall Seamus Fitzgerald, and Seamus holds on to him. And this goes straight over the bar. Another point for Offaly. And that is 5 for Tony McTague. And that makes the score Offaly leading 8 points to 5. 25 minutes gone in the first half. David O'Donoghue up now to Mick O'Dwyer. Mick O'Dwyer 2, Brendan Lynch 2, Liam Higgins, and it low! He missed it. There's a 50 for Kerry, and Mick O'Connell is to take it. Mick O'Connell high, and it is over the bar. From the kick out, the ball comes to Kevin Kilmurray. Kevin Kilmurray for Offaly, way up the field. Paul O'Donoghue gone out to it. Up to his brother Eamon, or towards him. Dan Kavanagh gets there on the far side for Kerry, very near the sideline. Linesman watching carefully. As Dan gets the ball up the field a bit, but back down it comes, and it's Sean Evans for Offaly. Sean Evans in a pass up now to Pat Benning. Paddy up now along the far wing towards Bert Connor, still very near the sideline, far side of the field. And Mick O'Shea coming in for Kerry. Coming across, right across this side, colliding with one of his own men. Now getting the ball back to Donny Sullivan. Donny a dropping one, Mick O'Dwyer and Nick Gavin go for it to get the ball, break to Mick O'Connell. O'Connell fouled it, it's going upfield, and there's a free just inside the Offaly 50-yard line. And Mick O'Connell is to take it. 2 points between them at this stage. About 45 yards out from the Offaly goal. And it's caught by Liam Higgins. Liam Higgins fists it over, and it is a point. And now there's only 1 point between the sides. Well, that was a bit quicker than we had anticipated. He hadn't got time to put them up. Anyway, he was fouled, and there's a free for Kerry, and this could be the equalizer. Where did I hear those words before? 38 minutes gone in the first half. Mick O'Connell to take the free. 35 to 40 yards out from the Offaly goal, and here comes the kick. It's high, and it's good! Very near the half-time whistle now. Kerry 8 points, Offaly 8 points. Referee looking at his watch, and I'll be more than surprised if he doesn't blow the half-time whistle when the ball is kicked. No surprise, there's the whistle. And so at half-time, the sides are level. Kerry 8 points, Offaly 8 points. Who's going to last this 40 minutes the better? That's what's going to determine the destiny of the Sam Maguire Cup. Now Paddy Benning going upfield with it, 50, 40 yards out. Now 21, his way being blocked, and not blocked legally by Mick O'Shea. Mick O'Shea not signalling a wide, but signalling I never touched him. Referee not having any of it and saying 3 in for Offaly. Gordon McCabe. Send it over the bar for a point for Offaly, making it Offaly 9, Kerry 8, and that is his 6th point of the game. He had scored 6 points in last year's All-Ireland as well, so if he gets one more today, well, he'll have beaten his previous best. Mick O'Shea way out to the far side of the field. Brendan Lynch trying to get to it, but Martin Healy, the sturdy Martin, way upfield, and the sturdy Donny Sullivan. Drop kick out to the far side. Brendan Lynch running onto it, getting to it on the halfway line. Ball breaks down to Mick O'Connell. Mick O'Connell with it now 50 yards out, now 40. Takes his shot, and he sends it high, and he sends it over the bar. Another point for Mick O'Connell, another point for Kerry, and once again, the sides are level. John O'Keefe in under it. Sean Evans is there. John O'Keefe goes up to meet it and brings it down. Liam Higgins going for it. But back is Mick Ryan. Mick Ryan just outside his own 21. And not a very long clearance, not a very well-placed one either. It goes to Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch into the on-running Mick O'Connell. Mick O'Connell 50 yards out now. Back to Donny Sullivan, who's 50, 40 yards out from the Offaly goal. Passing the ball over on the far side to Mick O'Dwyer on the 21-yard line. Mick back to Donny Sullivan. Donny in now to Brendan Lynch. Brendan Lynch's shot. Brendan Lynch upon. And the Kerry man, Brendan Lynch, winding up that passing movement that involved the right fullback Donny Sullivan right up to 30 yards from the goal. And Brendan Lynch sending that one over, making the score now. Kerry 10 points, Offaly 9. Decisive intention now, 1 point between them. Mick O'Connell going for the ball, but it's John O'Keefe who brings it down. John O'Keefe up now to Liam Higgins. Liam Higgins now playing a roving full forward. Liam out gets it back to Mick O'Dwyer. Mick O'Dwyer is shot. A shot that's high and a shot that's good. And it's over the bar. And Mick O'Dwyer puts Kerry 2 points ahead. That's his 2nd point of the game. And Kerry now leading by 11 points to Offaly's 9. Paddy Fanning with it now, in towards the goal mouth, a high one, a lovely ball into the goal. It's a goal! No, yes, yes, yes! It's a goal! It's a goal! 1 goal and 9 points to 11 points for Kerry. And the time, about 9 minutes of the second half. Now Offaly lead by 1 point, by 12 points to 11. 1-9 to 11 points. Here's Sean Evans, out now to Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan coming downfield for the Offaly men. He's on the halfway line, decides to deliver. Delivers low, where it goes to Nick Clavin. Nick Clavin out to this side of the field. And pushed off the ball there. The referee right up with the play. Awards a free against Kerry for a bit of pushing there by Mick O'Shea. And Paddy Fanning, it was who was fouled. The free is quickly taken. It comes to Willie Bryan. Bryan is shot, and it's over the bar. And now Offaly lead 13 points to 11. That's 1 goal and 10 points for Offaly, 11 points for Kerry. Well, we said it in the hurling final. You ain't seen nothing yet, and I got that feeling about this game right now. It's Mick O'Shea with the ball. Back to Paul Lynch. Paul Lynch trying to feed a high traditional Kerry ball up the field. And getting it is Dan Kavanagh. Racing up along the left wing, begging for the ball right now is Eamon O'Donoghue. And Brendan Lynch gets it on the right. Brendan shot blocked down by Paddy McCormack. Brendan out after it. Paddy McCormack out there. And battling out with the ball to Martin Heady. Martin Heady up now to Paddy McCormack. Paddy McCormack up into the centre to Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan with it now, toe to hand, way down the field. Mick O'Connell is after him. Willie Bryan has made a good 50 yards. And Willie's kick is high, but oh so high, and not oh so long. But going up to meet it as it comes down is Mert Connor. Mert is shot, it's high and over the bar. Mert Connor, the scorer of that one. And Mert grabbing like a point he got in the All-Ireland a year ago, sending that one over without pausing or anything like that. The score, Offaly 111. Kerry 11 points, a goal between them. Mert's first point of the game. Just when Kerry seemed to have a grip of the game, back came Offaly. And the game, well, this second half, we're going to have plenty of action in it, I can see, as Paul Lynch is fouled in the centre of the field, and exactly in the centre of the field. Mick O'Connell to take the free. Way downfield. Liam Higgins getting the ball. Can't quite hold on to it. Dan Kavanagh and Paddy McCormack. Paddy McCormack penalised for pushing, and there's a free in which Mick O'Connell is going to take about 40 yards out from the Offaly goal. O'Connell standing back now to take this kick from way out the field. There's the angle of it. He takes the kick, he sends it high, and he sends it over the bar. Another point for Mick O'Connell, narrowing that gap. That's his 6th point of the game, and narrows the gap now to 14 points to 12. That is Offaly 1 goal and 11 points, Kerry 12 points. And that Offaly goal is the first goal that a Leinster team has scored in a replay. That is in a final replay. Just over 12 minutes gone in this second half. Getting the ball is Sean Evans. Sean Evans across to the far side to Willie Bryan. Willie, cool, calm and collected, sends it way upfield. Ball tapped down, it goes to Paul O'Donoghue. Paul out to the far side of the field. Racing up for it, Martin Heady of Offaly. Being chased, his intended pass intercepted by Paul Lynch. Ball goes back to Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan 50 yards out, a high lobbing ball into the goal mouth. Nobody leaving anything to anybody anymore in that defence. It's Paul O'Donoghue grabbing and clearing out into the centre of the field. We're going up to get it is Mick O'Connell. The referee blows his whistle and awards a free. Just as Mick is going soloing up the field. There is a free to Offaly. It's inside the 50-yard line. It's high, it's out to the right. It's down wide and the score remains. Offaly 14, Kerry 12. Into the centre of the field. Ball breaks out to the far side. Paul Lynch being chased by Tony McTague. Liam Higgins with it now. Liam Higgins way upfield. Way up to the left corner there. Larry Coughlin held by the scruff of the jersey, or neck as the case may be, and there is a free out for Offaly from just inside their own 50-yard line. And Larry, fixing his collar and his legs, comes up now to take the kick. Well up the field, held by Paul Lynch. Paul Lynch going soloing up the field into the centre to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe just outside the 50. Brendan Lynch is inside him. There's Brendan running onto us, but coming out for the ball is Mick Ryan, and some of the Offaly players didn't like the draw on Mick Ryan there. And here is Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan low in towards Wirt Connor. Wirt Connor has it in front of the goal. He sends it high, and he sends it over the bar. Wirt Connor, the scorer of that one. Another point for Mert, his second of the game. Another point for Offaly. Offaly leading 1 goal and 12 points to Kerry's 12 points. Paul O'Donoghue down into the centre of the field. Willie Bryan standing all alone. Gets that one. In towards the goal, Paul O'Donoghue. Ball let go back to him. Down now to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe trying to get upfield. He's robbed out there. And the referee blows his whistle and awards a free against Kerry. Dead straight in front of the goal. Tony McTague, who shares the lead in points in this game today, taking this one. He sends it high, and now he leads all alone as he sends that one over, his 7th point of the game. Offaly increasing their lead to 16 points to 12. That's 1 goal and 13 points to Kerry's 12 points, and all from frees. All the McTague points. And it's Willie Bryan lording it in the centre of the field at the moment. Willie Bryan steadying himself 40 yards out, and Willie Bryan sending it up for another point for Offaly. Tony Sullivan with urgency in every move now as he kicks the ball out into the centre of the field. And Willie Bryan, who certainly has taken over in midfield, getting the ball in. Paul O'Donoghue gone backwards for Kerry. Lifting the ball up now, an intended pass to Mick O'Shea. Goes to Tony McTague for Offaly. A high one, and it's over the bar. We follow the play as Willie Bryan, who certainly is playing great stuff in the centre of the field right now, puts Offaly attacking again, and the referee penalises Paul O'Donoghue for a foul there on one of the forwards, and this free will be taken by Tony O'Donoghue. It's Derry Crowley, I think, was coming in as a sub for Seamus Fitzgerald. Yes, it is. Derry Crowley for Seamus Fitzgerald. And here is Tony McTague to take this free. And Tony sends it over for another Offaly point. 52 minutes of the 40 of the second half. Eamon O'Donoghue. Eamon O'Donoghue trying to get out with the ball. It's off the referee there. And it's deflected over to Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan going upfield. Paul Lynch is after him. So is Mick O'Shea. And the referee penalises Kerry for a little bit of leapfrog there. But I think that Willie Bryan has got a knock on the ankle, unless I'm mistaken. Free for Offaly. Tony McTague to take it. Pat Griffin getting ready to come on for Kerry. Tony McTague takes it. And when things are going right for you, they go right over the bar. And Kerry, they're really in trouble right now, and this is where they need a king around the centre of the field or anywhere else. Eamon O'Donoghue to Mick O'Shea. Mick O'Shea way upfield. Liam Higgins with the ball now. Out to Pat Griffin. Pat Griffin going on, but the referee has blown his whistle. And he lobs it over the bar for a point for Kerry. Goes to Mick O'Dwyer trying for all that heart will let him and make him do. Gets the ball back now to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe going through the centre. He's on the 30-yard line. He takes a shot in, and Liam Higgins tried to do something with it, and the ball went wide. I think he tried to fist it in, but the ball went whizzing past him and went wide. 117 for Offaly, 13 points for Kerry. And if they elect a mayor of Kerry, I don't think it's going to be Liam Higgins after today. Liam has had some great games for Kerry, believe me he has. But today he just doesn't seem to be ticking over the way he normally does. Here come Offaly into the attack, with the attack broken up by Donny Sullivan. Donny Sullivan getting the ball way up the field, and Tom Prendergast tripping over there, and there is a free on the far side of the field for Offaly. Father Gilhooly giving them a blessing as they take the free or something like that. Willie down injured for Offaly. Eddie Coughlin with the free, way upfield, held by Mick O'Shea. Kerry still battling, they're 7 points behind. And the time is against them, and attacked by Kerry. And Mick O'Connell takes it and sends it high, well in towards the goal now. In there, waiting for it, Sean Lowry of Offaly. Coming out this side of the field, Sean Lowry of Offaly. Sean Lowry dancing his way up the field. Up to John Smith. John Smith in complete control, sending it way upfield. Ball twisted down by Jerry Crowley, getting it himself. Reaching for it. Mick O'Connell trying to get to it. Can't. The ball goes through to Paddy Fenning. And Paddy Fenning coming away with the ball now. Still coming away. Mick O'Shea is after him, but Paddy Fenning takes his shot and he sends it wide. Eddie Coughlin waiting back to it for Offaly. Into the centre of the field. John O'Keefe out to the far wing. Dan Kavanagh holding it. Fine pair of hands, Dan. Back now to Mick O'Connell. Mick O'Connell into Dan Kavanagh. Dan Kavanagh racing on, now being tackled. Still racing on. Eamon O'Donoghue is virtually in his way there. And the ball goes in to Paddy McCormack. And Gary Coughlin, for some reason, is down injured. He was standing out in the centre of the field beside O'Connell, and now he's gone down. Anyway, the play goes on. And Paul Lynch sends it in the direction of the goal, but John Smith is there, and John Smith clears it out into the centre of the field, where the ball goes to Mick O'Dwyer. Mick O'Dwyer, 50 yards out from the Offaly goal. His jersey swung out of there, and there is a short free kick on Kerry to Paul Lynch. He's held too. Larry Coughlin resumes his position. Larry Coughlin up all right. Went down away from the scene of the action. Mick O'Dwyer, a quick ball that goes to Pat Griffin. Pat Griffin is shot that's blocked down by Paddy McCormack into the goal. Paddy McCormack getting the ball out to the waiting and ready to clear Willie Bryan. And Willie clears it to this side of the field, going near the sideline, not over the sideline. Line ball for Kerry. 5 minutes left in the game. 7 points between them. Offaly leading. 1 goal and 17 points to 13 points. Mick O'Connell goes up, pists the ball down, but it goes to the waiting Sean Lowry. Sean Lowry's kick, not a long one. And it's Mick O'Shea with Offaly hanging out of him, trying to get up the field, and there's a free for Kerry. Donny Sullivan coming up, and what a great-hearted player he is. Donny coming up now to take this, to try to get the ball in the neighbourhood of the goal. And that's the general direction in which it has gone. Mick O'Dwyer down to Dan Kavanagh. Dan Kavanagh with the ball now cutting inside. Back to Mick O'Dwyer. Mick O'Dwyer trying to get room to take a shot. He takes his shot. It's blocked down by Martin Furlong. And it's grabbed by Paddy McCormack. And it's cleared out into the centre of the field. Coming out now, where Mert Connor's got it. Mert's got it way up the field. On his outside is Tony McTague. Tony running onto it. On his inside is Nicky Clavin. And Nick has come out to get the ball. Nicholas sends it in. And Eamon Fitzgerald lets it fall. But he's recovered very quickly. Gets the ball out now to Paul O'Donoghue. Paul O'Donoghue way down the field. Got by Paul Lynch. Paul Lynch out to the wing now to Johnny Walsh. Johnny Walsh with it now. Johnny Walsh 70 yards, 60 yards. Tripped rather obviously and unnecessarily, I would say, by Martin Heavey, and there's a quick free taken for Kerry by Paul Lynch to Johnny Welch. And Jackie Welch, I'm thinking who's Father Johnny. It's Jackie who is sandwiching is going through there, and there is a free in for Kerry on the 21-yard line. Michael Wright is in the Offaly team in place of Larry Coughlin. And Wright pulled back. John Dowling in. Al Kelly, Yellow Kelly in now, giving word to the referee. No doubt asking him how much is to go. Mick O'Connell to take this one. A point may change the scoreboard, but it's not much good as far as trying to get a goal is concerned. As far as the scoreboard is concerned, Michael Wright blocks that one. His kick is knocked down, but the ball goes to Sean Lowry. Sean Lowry for Offaly, way up into the centre of the field now. And here come Offaly with Kevin Kilmurray going onto it, but belting out to the ball. Kerry Crowley, and there's a line ball as that one goes out over the sideline. There is a line ball for Offaly on the halfway line. And the Offaly supporters getting ready to cheer their heroes. Sean Evans with the ball. Out to Paddy Fenning, and surely Paddy is one of those heroes today. Paddy into the goal mouth, where Paul O'Donoghue fists it out, and it comes out to the side of the field. Seamus Darby getting it. Jerry Crowley is after him. Seamus takes his shot, and it's over the bar. A lovely point there by Seamus Darby, hitting it on the run and getting it over the bar. Mick O'Dwyer trying his heart out in the centre of the field now with the ball. Across to the far side, where Donny Sullivan misjudges that one. Martin Heavey for Offaly doesn't. And the Offaly man in possession. Donny trying to stretch to him, can't get to him. And it's a high ball in towards the goal mouth. It's knocked down. Tony McKay's got it in front of the goal. His way blocked by Tom Prendergast. And Tony takes his shot to hit the upright. The second ball that hit the upright during the hour and 20 minutes, I should say. And the ball kicked out by Paul O'Donoghue. Here's Willie Bryan. Willie Bryan, a high one and a good one. But I don't care what kind of magic you try to employ now, with the clock ticking as it is, Offaly leading 22-13. This truly must be Offaly's All-Ireland. The crowd getting ready to surge in on the crowd, in the ground. Willie Bryan getting the ball on the 70-yard line. That's 70 yards from his own goal. Stopwatch says seconds left in the game. Over to the far side of the field. Kevin Kilmurray. Kevin in now towards Sean Evans. Sean Evans is shot, and good Evans, it's wide. Offaly, 22 points, the crowd in already, although, yes, the final whistle is gone. The crowd sensing that the final whistle was coming, and Offaly have won the All-Ireland. Offaly have won their second All-Ireland, 2 in a row, Offaly, and certainly on today's home, they certainly did that victory.
So there you have it, back-to-back All-Irelands for Offaly, who were rewarded for their efforts with 7 All-Stars that year. And also, of course, Mick O'Connell and Mick O'Dwyer, the Kerry legends, played their last games at Croke Park. That's it for this edition of GAA Gold. Bye for now.